Hey vinyl community, we are back and I'm gonna do a response video for my friend Martin the Martian in the UK. He recently did a video that was to describe your musical tastes in 5 albums. Unbelievably hard. Appreciate the challenge. So I've got 5 albums for you. It was a lot easier to do like 25, or I could do even maybe 15, 10 at the least, but 5 is incredibly difficult. But I think I got something here. So how I put it together was they're in order, chronological order of me discovering them. So this is like as I discovered, and then rabbit holes that they took me down, and genres that they pushed me towards. It's kind of how I've delineated it. So anyways, without further ado, we'll do the very first album. And the first one is the Velvet Underground self-titled album. This came out in 1969. And I was a huge Lou Reed fan as a kid. Really loved Walk on the Wild Side. And so I wanted to get into the Velvet Underground. And when I started collecting vinyl, the first album that I got was Velvet Underground and Nico. And I love Velvet Underground and Nico. I love White Light, White Heat. But the first album is very avant-garde. It's difficult at times. You've got a lot of influence from John Cale, and you have Nico singing too, which can be good at times and be a little difficult at other times. And then you've got White Light, White Heat, which is very punk. Very edgy, very raw, gritty. Then you have this album, which is relaxed, it's subdued. John Cale has left, Doug Yule has stepped in, and it's beautiful. It's harmonious, and it's just an absolutely amazing listen. And this is, I'd say, except for After Hour, or the Murder Mystery, is the one that's the most chaotic and kind of gets out there and out of control. But yeah, I mean, this sent me down the rabbit hole of, in Velvet Underground in general, of other avant-garde music, discovering all of John Cale's catalog, discovering the rest of the Velvet Underground catalog, and all of Lou Reed stuff. So this was a big one for me to have, and I'm lucky to have this original pressing that I think I got this sealed actually. So this is original US pressing. So Velvet Underground is number 1. All right, the next one that was huge for me is Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. This one came out in 1969, I believe, as well. And this is Deja Vu. So this is the second Crosby, Stills, Nash album, but it has Young on it. And the reason I like this so much is it has so much amazing singer-songwriter stuff on it. And it's basically a supergroup, right? So you've got David Crosby, you have Stephen Stills, you also have Mr. Graham Nash, and hiding back here you have Neil Young. But absolutely love the album, and a lot of songs are penned by the individual song lyricists in the group, right? So there'll be a song that is penned by Neil Young. There'll be a song that is penned by David Crosby. There'll be one that is by Stephen Stills, one by Graham Nash, and they're all amazing and they're out in their own right, yet they harmonize and they work together so well. And that's what makes this such an amazing, cohesive album. And then my other connection to this, and that really got me down the singer-songwriter rabbit hole, is that this sepia-toned photograph that they did here to make it look old-timey was actually filmed in, or was captured at a house in Nevada, which is where our family lived in California for 8 years. So there's a special connection to that as well. And I know I've showed that before and shared that, but really do love this album, and it's top of the class for sure. All right, the third one, we have another one that I've showed before. And again, I'll say that these albums in my mind they're gateway albums, right? So they're ones that you seek usually for a genre, for a particular person or particular reason, but they usually send you down the rabbit hole of that genre or artist. And it's the Stooges, self-titled, from 1969 for me. Absolutely love this album. Didn't know a whole lot about it before I purchased it and got it and listened to it. I had heard of Iggy Pop before. I had listened to some of his music, but I did not know what this is or what this was about. This was produced by John Cale, so we've got a swing back to the Velvet Underground. But this whole thing is amazing, and it's uneven. It's not straightforward, because like you have 1969 and you have I Want to Be Your Dog, then you have We Will Fall, which is 10 minutes. It's kind of a droning, chanting, like drugged out song. It's amazing. But this whole thing got me down the rabbit hole of checking out other Iggy Pop albums, checking out other Stooges albums, and got me to dip my toes into punk music and further into, like thrash metal, all those things because of this album, which is crazy to say, but that's how influential some of these albums are and how much they mean not only to me, but so many other people. And so this is definitely high up on my list. And again, if you're not familiar, most of you I'm sure are, because I've picked very popular albums, maybe not at the time, but popular now by collectors. You definitely need to check it out. All right, after my foray into the Stooges in the punk world, I got into Captain Beefheart, and this is his first album, Safe as Milk. And some people say, or all they know of Captain Beefheart is Trout Mask Replica, which came out. This one's 67, I think Trout Mask Replica is 69. And that is a very bizarre, very obtuse, very difficult listen. This is not. This is bluesy. It's got psych rock. It's got all kinds of things going on. And plus you have Captain Beefheart there, Don Van Valle's gravelly, Muddy Waters-esque type voice. And it's amazing. This album's awesome. And you have just the best of the best working on it too, right? You've got Ry Cooder playing slide guitar on this. You have Milt Jackson that's contributing on the jazz end of it. And it's a tour de force album. It's an amazing debut album. And this sent me down the rabbit hole of wanting to get into all of Captain Beefheart's stuff, as difficult as some of it may be. And it also got me into Frank Zappa as well, who is even, I would say, more bizarre and more strange than Captain Beefheart, if you can believe it or not. But I absolutely love this. This is, I think I got this one sealed as well. This is original mono US, and it's got the lovely inner custom gatefold inner sleeve there. And then this one also has the impossible to find bumper sticker with it too, which is super fun. But absolutely love that album, and it was, like I said, another one that got me headed down the rabbit hole of blues, psych, and all things that I still love to this date. All right, the last album, and again, it was hard to choose a last and a final one, but it's probably the area that, the genre that I've discovered most recently and that I've really dug into. And I'm going to show you, it's from 1972, Miles Davis, On the Corner. I have most of Miles Davis' albums. This one is his funkiest. So you take like James Brown, you take Parliament, Funkadelic, like some of those grooves, and then you fuse that or you mix it with jazz music, and that's kind of what you have here. This is out there. It's wild. It's crazy stuff. It's amazing. And he has some of his his 70s players on this. So you have Herbie Hancock, Benny Maupin, you have John McLaughlin on guitar, who absolutely wails. And this is such a fantastic album, and it blends genres of funk and jazz together almost perfectly in my mind. And those are two genres that I'm into heavily now, are funk and jazz separately, but this one does it together, right? So this one definitely propelled me to get more into funk and get more into jazz. And there's obviously separate genres of jazz, which I'm not going to bore you with at this particular point in time. But yeah, this was really fun. This was really difficult because I've got other ones back here that you might be able to see that were also high up on my list. One in particular is Pink Floyd Animals, which is an album I can't live without. Another one is Love Forever Changes. But we only could do 5, right? That was the rules that Martin put together. So anyways, very fun tag, and I hope everybody else joins it as well. And thanks for putting it together. Cheers. I'll see you later.